Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy the Nord here, aka Owen, aka Nordy Nelson. I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. I have been one lazy fuck. I don't know what's wrong with me, but ever since I've gotten here to like Oregon, all I've really done is just like I've had no motivation to play COD, no motivation to play Destiny. I've pretty much just chilled with family, you know, watch March Madness stuff, and just like avoid getting on the game at all, which is bad. I mean, it's good spending time with family, and it's good, you know, watching basketball, and I love basketball, and I love watching March Madness. But the problem with it is I really was hoping that I was going to be able to get some major stuff done over this spring break. I was hoping that I was just going to knock out some mad clips, and, you know, so, oh, that hurt. I'm going to go ahead and do this, because this is going to surprise him. Boom. Oh gosh, is that double blade dance? That's terrifying. Yeah, I was really hoping to get a lot more done and, you know, just be like feeling a lot more accomplished with this spring break. But unfortunately, it is what it is. I'm going to try to turn things around for the last little bit of spring break that I have, but yeah, I think I really goofed on this one. It was funny because I was even thinking about going for that red RC stuff, and you know, I just never ended up doing it. But that part of that's because, like, you know, I just didn't really feel like, you know, on the off chance that I hit anything sick on this spring break, like, let's just pretend that something happened. I mean, there's a lot of other people who are way more deserving, and the idea of having to go back to Boise and try to like struggle on Boise internet and try to hit clips for a team is not attractive to me at all. That sounds like pulling out hair, you know, sadness for days. Anyways, ignore that awful segue, because today what I want to talk to you guys about is a little story that I've been saving about my first car accident. So this isn't going to be one of those like really basic stories of, oh, you know, I crashed into a wall on my way home from school, or, you know, I backed up into my mom's car into the driveway, or, you know, I went into my garage. No, nothing like that. But at the same time, it's not like anything like super crazy like, oh, I got T-boned or I flipped my car and I almost died. But it was a pretty bad accident in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, so this story takes place last year in Alaska, and for those of you who don't know, I did spend my last 3 years living in Alaska, and it was toward the end of my senior year. You know, it was turning into spring, so the snow was starting to melt and everything like that. Where I lived, Eagle River was about 30 minutes from the main city of Anchorage, and my little brother had this like special class that he would go to on Tuesdays and Thursdays in Anchorage, so I'd have to drive that 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, to essentially, you know, kind of help him get there. You know, I had to kind of dink around in Anchorage for a little bit, and then I would drive back. So on this special day, I had a buddy with me, which I don't really think influenced what happened, but it might have. But anyways, we're taking Zach to his class, and, you know, we go ahead, and here's how you go. You go down this kind of main road, then you peel off, and then there's like a left side road that you go down, and then you like peel off into a driveway, and in that driveway, it's kind of in the middle of Anchorage, it's like this big old tall building, and yeah, you go in, and yeah, that's where his class was. So we leave him there, we go ahead and we go out and get lunch. I think that's what me and Elliot did. And then we get back, you know, he gets in the car, and here's where it goes. You know, I start to leave out of this driveway that I've left probably about like 50 times before this, if not more. And whenever like the snow starts to melt in Alaska, you start to get a lot of like dirt and shit on like the outsides of your like windshield. I'm sure that's probably not new to anybody. But I meant to go get my car cleaned. I think I was going to go get it cleaned that day, but I hadn't yet. And I feel like that's what played into this decision. But I look left. No, sorry. I look right first, and I don't see anything. And that's because apparently this truck had like moved right into my blind spot, like right on like the side of my windshield with like the dirt, extra dirt covering it. And I look left and I don't see anything, so I immediately just start to go, you know, autopilot. I think I might even look down at my phone for a second. I look up, and this truck is just right in front of me, so I like slam my brakes, I swerve, but I still hit him in like the back, like left tire vicinity. So at this point, as you guys can guess, I am freaking out because this is my first accident. You know, I have no idea what to do. I'm so worried about my car because, you know, it's just this 2012 Ford Focus. It's kind of small, and I know it has to be ruined. I just have this feeling. So we pull off to the side of the road, and the lady gets out, and she's about, she was not an elderly lady, but she was at least like late 50s, maybe early 60s, and she just starts tearing into me. Her and her son get out of the truck, and she just starts tearing into me about how terrible of a driver I am, how I shouldn't have gotten a license, you know, what was I doing, you know, how come you couldn't see me, are you blind? And yeah, she tore into me, and it was bad. I kind of took it for the most part, because I mean, what am I supposed to do? You know, it is my fault. But basically, damage wise, all I had done to her was I had popped her back left tire, which is pretty bad. You know, no one wants to lose a tire. You know, she didn't have a spare with her. But there's like no damage anywhere else in the truck, and my hood, my like whole front part of my car was fucked. everything. It was just crushed in, like someone had like just taken it, you know, put a hand on it and just like crushed it back toward where the driver was at. It was so bad, and this lady was still just chewing my ass out, and I was trying to get so mad because I was like, you know, I know this is my fault, but you have a tire blown. I have my whole car destroyed, and you have like no empathy for me at all. Like, okay, whatever. So I pretty much just get fed up, and I start to walk away from her. She starts yelling after me, you know, don't you walk away from me, what the hell are you doing? And I just kind of turned back to her. I was like, you know, I'm not just gonna sit here and I'm not just gonna stand here and let you bitch at me, because, you know, bitching isn't gonna get anything done. You know, I'm sorry that I, you know, hate your car, but I'm not just gonna let you stand here and just bitch me out. She of course just keeps bitching me under her breath to her son and whatnot. So Elliot comes with me, and, you know, we're just kind of, we go back to the car and take a look, because like 2 opposite ends of the lots where we're at. And, you know, first this cop shows up, and, you know, he kind of just takes our stories. He's a lot nicer. He's just kind of like, you know, what happened? And I kind of explained to him. He's like, you know, it is your fault, you know, but you know, don't take it too hard on yourself. You know, it happens. And so I was like really bumming that. My dad showed up, thank God. You know, he kind of helped out, and he was trying to kind of mitigate the bitchy lady. And then this like random dude showed up, and like I said, our car's like 2 opposite ends of the lot, and so he just kind of was like talking to the older lady and just kind of like, you know, helping her out. And what happened was, you know, the cop kind of gets her information and he leaves, and then that guy who came to help, or who came was, you know, kind of concerned for the lady or whatever. He had apparently had a spare a spare tire in his truck. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word tire. He had a spare tire in his truck, and so they kind of just jacked her car up, got a new tire on, and she was off on her way. But not me. No, not me. I got to basically drive 20 miles an hour to the nearest shop, and, you know, see what was going on. If I even could go 20, I'm surprised that car could even, you know, make it on the road. I'm sure anyone who passed it was like, damn, that shit is fucked. But yeah, we kind of get to a shop, and it turns out it would be like a month before I got my car back, which is like awful for me. It was awful because at that point, you know, I've been driving to like school for the longest time. It'd been almost a year that I was driving to school, and, you know, just the idea that I wasn't gonna have my car anymore. Let's see if I can surprise these guys. Surprise. The idea I wasn't going to have my car for a while just really, like, tore me up, and I still got him, too. In the end, guys, it was a really bad mistake, and it ended up costing me pretty dear, you know, with time away from car, and with just dollars. Like, it was really expensive. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but it was bad. So, basically, all I'm going to say is, you know, if you're a driver, I mean, this goes without saying, but, you know, just be safe and be smart, and even if you've driven the same route a gajillion times, like, you need to, like, stay, like, wary about, and that's something that I like have a problem with. I'm kind of a creature of habit, so once things start to become like real, like kind of like a habit for me, I don't really think about it anymore. I just kind of do it. So yeah, mistakes can be made that way. So anyways, hope you guys did enjoy the story. That lady, honestly, this is kind of a hard story to tell because I still feel so bad about that accident. But every time I think about that lady just bitching me out, it was just kind of like, I hate people like that. I don't care if it's warranted or not. I hate people like that. So anyways, I'll stop. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I do have a little bit of a pseudo clip here for you guys. It's not really a clip, but it's kind of a cool Relentless streak. No, sorry. Wait, is it Relentless or Ruthless? It's the 10 kill streak. Basically, I got it during Iron Banner, and the first 3 kills for the streak come from a post-mortem Nova Bomb, which is really lame, I know. And overall, the streak wasn't like too crazy insane. Like, you know, it wasn't I wasn't just like turning on people and just melting people. But there was a part in the middle that I really liked where I get this kill, and these 2 kids were trying to counter snipe me, and they were both just like standing right next to each other, just shooting bullets as fast as they could at me. And I just turned on them and destroyed them with my sniper. And so I really enjoyed that. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I do solo Nova Bomb someone at the end to make sure I get the streak though, because god damn it, I wasn't gonna let it go. So anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day, like I already said. I'll catch you guys in the next one. shield.